Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. You're watching the Mia Connect Power Chat. I'm your host, Mia Voss, because I like to have my post-it on the wall too. And guess what? It's the Animal Happy Hour. We have not had an animal show in a long time, and look at my panel. It is crazy. I have some amazing people for you to meet today, and I have somebody here in the studio with me. Hey! We have a whole mess of snakes. And I want to let you know we have something special today. This is Cameron Young, by the way. He's with Snake Conservation, and he's here in Denver. Yeah, and those are real, by the way. Those are not. Oh, look at the tiara. That's even better.
To me.
So is this who we're gonna do? So guys, get ready for it. This is Name This Snake Day. Look at this guy. He does not have a name. He's a rosy boa, so he's got a girly name and a girly color, but he needs a name. So we're going to do Name This Snake, and then you guys throw your names in there, and I think my panel will choose their favorite. We're going to go the majority rules for the panel. So no pressure panel, but we're going to name the snake, and you're going to choose it. How you like me now?
I'm going to step out.
All right.
You guys are ready for it?
All right, good. So let's get some comments going, and let's see who's out in the audience. You guys ready? Here we go. Hi, Dave Pipe. Dave Pipe's here. Are you drinking, Dave? I sure hope so. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm just saying. Coach G is here. He's such a share king, by the way. I love him. Mel, Ron Snaberger, Jeremy Murphy. Hi. Oh, he's got his puppy, Misty. Listen, you guys, I opened it up so you can post pictures, so don't post anything dirty. Well, if it's a dirty dog, that's okay, or a dirty cat, but don't post anything weird. Post your animals because we want to see them. And guess who else is here, by the way? Bob Voss. Bob is here, and Lily is here, too. So we got all my dead cats here with you today. How you like that? Don Swick, my twinsy, is here. Scott Scowcroft is here from the Pacific Northwest. Do you guys notice how I'm not doing comment tracker? I don't want it to break. You get the tiara. That's all you get. Jim Sharp, Michael Thomas. Who else we have? Denise posted an amazing picture of her with a giant snake, so go check that out. And that's who we have right now. So I'm going to introduce my panel. I'm going to start with my two besties from BlogPaws, and I'm going to, everybody, if you guys will unmute, this is Tom, and this is Yvonne.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I'm the old dog.
Tom is the left rear paw, and he's hiding behind the mask, and but everybody knows Tom. I'm Yvonne, and we're the co-founders of BlogPaws. BlogPaws is, as many people know, it's an online community for people who love pets. By the way, snakes are pets also, so are chickens. You name it, and it's a pet. We've had all sorts of animals at our conferences because that's the thing that we do. We connect people to brands, we connect people to each other, and then we have a conference where you can all connect in person, and it's pet friendly. So we've had dogs. This year in Nashville in May, I think, Tom, correct me if I get the numbers wrong, but something like 85 dogs are already registered.
Something like that.
I think they're bringing their people, but I'm not sure.
Let me check.
So don't show up if you have allergies, because that's on you.
Well, and some people who come with allergies, they know what to expect. So that's our dog count. I think we have 10 cats. I'm not sure. We have some service cats. Now, I don't know how many people understand. There are service cats.
I think Bob Voss was a service cat, by the way.
There are service cats.
Like, he was a comfort boy. I'm bringing Bob, by the way, so get ready for
that will be fabulous.
The show.
Miss Mia and
Bob
Denise
on stage.
Are speakers at our conference. Absolutely. We have Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Those are ducks. Ducks are coming to our conference. We have a duck in a diaper. Not sure what that means. Just know that it's described as a duck in a diaper. So maybe a capybara.
I love those. Denise has warned me that I'm pretty much, I said, I think I'm just going to spaz out with excitement the entire time I'm there because I'm such an animal person, so I'm just going to be like, whoa. I think I'm going to try and interview as many animals as I can.
Well, see, there you go. And the thing is that people come to BlogPaws not just to connect with each other. By the way, in the lobby, people will be screaming out the pet's name because they know the pet. They read the blog. They're on the Facebook page. You know, if you're with the pet, you must be the pet's mom or dad, but hey, they're there to meet your dog. So we have a lot of that, but we also have all the brands. We have a lot of the top pet brands. We have the natural food pet brands, and it is just a great place for pet people and enthusiasts to hang out together in a safe environment. So I would love to have Cameron bring his snakes. That's what I would love.
Yeah.
Nashville, brother, Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even just that.
Yeah.
I'll preempt the bat crap crazy thing and get to it right now because we're just a shade over a month out from the conference, and that's what's making me bat crap crazy.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And
amazing.
The really amazing thing about BlogPaws is the caliber of speakers. And when I say that, I mean I have 3 of them on this panel. We have Denise, we have Mia, and Robert Semro, who's going to speak in a few minutes. He has done some amazing things at BlogPaws for us. We are just so fortunate that he's going to be back again this year. So that's us, and that's BlogPaws, and we are out there every single day connecting pet parents to each other and to the brands that they buy.
And information. This is what I'm loving too. So definitely go check out. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's 2 days of really high-end education, but it is not your dad's education conference.
Because right now, sorry.
Every once in a while, a speaker will be interrupted by barking. You know, that's the dog's way of applause.
And what about birds? Do you have that? Do you ever have the big birds there?
We have, other than the ducks, as far as we know, that's the bird contingent this year. But we've had birds at past events, and we don't always know when they're coming.
Well, we had chickens.
Right.
But they were in a little pen, and they were being contained. It's really our effort to support the animal community because we really believe in the human-animal bond. So when it's my turn to tell you bat crap crazy, that's what we're about.
Absolutely, and that's why we pulled everybody together too, and everybody's going nuts. I'm going to shout out a few more people because I know my brother Nazim just showed up. He's in Milan. Just spent some QT with he and his wife when I was there. Kim Armstrong, hi girlfriend. She's fixing to post a picture of her puppy. It sounds like Candy is here from Japan. Girlfriend, it's in the middle of the night, so I love you for that. Roxanne Davenport says that Charity, her 9-year-old, wants to be a vet, which I love. So girls. Yep. So good. We'll get some good information out there. Real quick, I know we'll get into this, but Tom and Yvonne, could you also tell me what was the impetus behind you creating BlogPaws?
Oh boy!
Oh, that story
we were
is so.
Too dumb to know how hard it would be.
No, it doesn't have to be. Really, we were bloggers, and we saw the impact blogging was having on business and on being able to connect people in an authentic and real way to build relationships. And we were at a women's blogging conference, and I'll be honest, there were a number of other pet bloggers there, and they came up to us, and we were all together, and there was no BlogPaws at that point. We just stood around, and we were watching all the brands throw product at these people, practically, and we were like, none of the pet brands are throwing product at us. You know, what's wrong with this picture?
Why isn't someone doing this for us?
We're important, we're influential, so after the conference, you know, Tom and Caroline and I, our other co-founder, got on the phone and said, let's do it, let's have a conference. And, you know, we're like, have you ever done a conference? Do you know how to put on a conference?
But I've been to lots of conferences. I know how to do that. It can't be that hard.
Yeah, that's like a version of, hey kids, let's put on a show.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you just do it. And the powerful thing is, we put it out on social media, and the blogger said, we're there. And the brand started sending. We had a check in hand for a sponsor
before
we had a bank account.
Yeah, exactly.
We took it to Chloe, who couldn't be here today, and we said, what do we do with this? This is money for a company that we're still trying to form.
Everybody's sitting around like with the big, you know, sweepstakes check.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Right?
What do I do?
That was one of the first things the decisions we made was that we were going to give back and donate, and I said I have always wanted to give away one of those big checks. So if you go to our Facebook photo stream, you'll see every year lots of big checks go out.
Does that go on at the conference?
Yeah.
It's a core purpose of BlogPaws. I mean, we want to get together. We want the camaraderie. We want the relationship building. But we give back to an individual attendee-nominated shelter. So when you register, you nominate a shelter. We do a draw, and we have a shelter that we will donate to. We donate to a local shelter in the area. We donate to shelters for our keynotes.
What's the name
Yes.
of the local shelter? We've already got that one lined up.
You should have it. I don't have it.
Make sure to
Happy
post it in the
Paws?
stream, though, too.
We'll
Yeah.
find it. We'll find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I
I
may
think
go
that's-
off camera for a
And
second.
they're all the
go
big checks.
Make sure I
Right.
have that.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. That's one thing I want to encourage all the other watchers out there. Everybody, if you also want to give a little shout out to your favorite shelter. I know Going Home Animal Rescue is one of my favorites. Denkai Animal Sanctuary here locally, also one of my favorites. Another quick shout out, Sherry Whitfield's here, Rain Dell, Susan Finch just checked in. And Bill Reed just posted a picture of Liesel, one of my favorite wiener dogs in the world.
We have a blogger, and her blog is called "You Did What with Your Wiener." It's all about her wiener dogs. Is that not cool?
That is the best thing. You need to throw down the mic and walk off the stage with that one. That's the best. So. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on, and of course, Tom and Yvonne are local. They're here in Denver, and I'm going to see you guys tonight at one of our gatherings, and Cameron's going too. It's going to be a big old party. So it's going to be awesome. All right, next up, I'm going to introduce Miss Denise Wakeman, one of my BFFs. I'm going to be presenting with her next month, actually at BlogPaws. She's the reason why I even know about BlogPaws. So welcome, darling.
Well, thank you. This is fun already. I'm so happy to be here with you. And I'm really happy that I was able to bring you together with Yvonne and Tom and BlogPaws because it's just so amazingly up your alley. And that they live in your same town, basically. That's so exciting. And I just want to, shout out to Tom and Yvonne that last year was my first attendance at BlogPaws, and I was blown away. It's one of the most fun conferences because of all the animals. At first I was in kind of shock when I walked in because I've never been to a conference like that. And I was just like, oh my God, people are dressing up their pets. I can't believe this. But it was just so fun, and the content, the level of content that is being delivered by the speakers is wonderful. The people who attend, all the causes that are supported, I mean, made me cry half the time when I was experiencing what you guys were doing. So congratulations. What is this, your 5th year or 6th year or 7th year? Or
7th. We're going into it. We had 2 conferences the first year of our life, and that was the craziest thing we ever did. We started in Columbus, Ohio, and then we moved to Denver. Our second one in 2010 was in Denver. So 2 in 1 year, and we will never do that again.
Yeah.
Oh my word, that aged me.
that took the life out of you.
Yeah.
So Mia and I are going to be presenting about using live video to promote your pet brand. So we're looking forward to that, and we're working on our presentation. Really, we are.
I'm blaming Italy for being behind.
Okay, I've got some other excuses too, but
well, you guys
we have a meeting about it, but we'll be there, and we'll
absolutely, and we absolutely trust you. We'll be stellar, and honestly, that's just a formality. We send a note out to everyone. Please send us your content.
So we're not in as much trouble as you guys think.
No.
And I'll tell you what. So Denise, thank you for coming on, and of course, your silent so far co-host or co-guest is Pele.
Yeah, and he walked away from me, so I can't even show him.
Typical, right?
Yeah.
He's like, forget you. But wait for it. He's like a foghorn in the background when he busted out. It's the best thing in the whole world. He's the original Hey Cat. So
yeah. He sounds like a baby crying. Sometimes people ask me that.
It's got a random baby, not me. So yay, and we'll post our links. We're going to keep posting the links for BlogPaws here as well. So here's my next guest.
One more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
I posted a picture of Rosie the boa, so we got to remind people to name the Rosie boa.
Yep, we need to absolutely. We need to, and again, so how we're going to do that? It is a boy, just so you know. I'm not sure how we can
Rosie.
tell. I haven't looked up his skirt or anything, but but Cameron has. Look at this little guy too, by the way. I don't even know what this is a boy too. Look at his little matching eyeballs. I think he matches my backdrop. What do you guys think? I love him. So yes, thank you, Denise. We do need, and then the panel is going to decide on that. So I have a few more guests to introduce you to. This guy, we're trying to keep up with him. Speaking of video, because he is the man. This is Robert Semro. He's with Pet World Insider, and you are still muted, my friend, so unmute and talk about how fabulous you are.
I am unmuted, and I wish I was as fabulous as I should just walk around with you, because that kind of introduction.
And I'll talk about you, and then they'll say, yeah, what she said.
Yeah, exactly. No, you know what? We're fortunate. We really have carved out a niche for ourselves in the what we like to call new media world, dynamic audio, video. We're really excited to be able to kind of take that next step with folks. We started out like so many people writing articles, and I just never felt like I was getting across what the experts were getting across to me. And so we dove headfirst deep into the video, and I've got to say that it was a really great experience for us because we were able to connect. And once you connect with people, as you know, Mia, you just want to go further and further and continue doing things. So we've been pretty fortunate, and we've had over 7 million views of what we've done. We've had a viral video break 1 million, and we've had videos that, you know, a couple hundred people watch. So it's been a fun experience for us. But I'd say the things that we're most proud of and pushing most of the time these days is our PetX Talks. It's kind of our version of TED Talks for the pet world. We really wanted to just put the expert with the pet parent and let them communicate. No agendas, no you can't say this or that. It's probably the most boring video. We might have to borrow your backdrop technique there and come up with something a little more exciting. But
Mickey Mouse hand, I will also loan that to you anytime.
I like the Post-it notes because that's usually what folks show up with.
Then you have this, depending on the show. So we've got yay wine. Yeah, the Post-it notes are good. Then you can just point at it, and then I've got the pointer. So you just have to have a lot of fun.
You gotta have props. You gotta have props. So, but it's a lot of fun, and we're fortunate. BlogPaws is probably the most fun event. I have never interviewed cardboard cutouts before, but last year we did that. So if you're going to BlogPaws and you can't bring your pet, I will remind you, I think last year we counted 46. So this year I'm trying to break the 50 mark of photos and interviews of me with cardboard cutouts.
They're flat pets, Robert, so we must identify
flat
that.
pets.
I'm going to bring Flat Bob then. I'm bringing Flat Bob.
If you're really interested, we can link you to tutorials on how to make them. So
okay, that's what I want.
Drop a question in the comment stream, and I'll look at it. I don't have it at my fingertips, but we have them.
I'm going to get a flat tripod bob. That's right. What a funny idea, though. I love that because people love that. And you know what? You're right too, Robert. I think that with animals as well, that does kind of throw the agenda out because they're going to do what they want. They're not like, oh, I should be nervous on camera.
Yeah, we have a flat pet parade, Robert, that you could videotape.
Oh, you know what? We will have to do that. And this year we're going to have some fun new things that we're doing there that are much more interactive, and we're really going to make the audience and the attendees much more a part of the videos this year.
Sorry, and everybody is you have to go see. Jeremy Murphy just posted a baby picture. Kim, I can see why you're crazy about this dog. That's what I was looking at. Like, there's just so many fun dogs. Everybody wants to show you their pet. Show me your pet.
That's right. It's a whole show in itself.
Exactly. That's going to be so much fun. You guys go check out Robert's YouTube. I was a little like, woo, I'm a size queen. Those are some crazy good numbers you have going on over on YouTube, which makes me, and that's educational too, right? That's what you have a lot of videos on that of education.
We do, and I'm going to share with everybody 10 things that you've got to know to do YouTube and video and make money, because in the end, it can be costly to do what we do.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you guys stay tuned for that. He's not going to do it. You got to wait. He's going to make you wait for it though. Which I like. Wait for it.
Absolutely.
Wait for it. I love, and there's some moving gifts in here too. So, Robert, welcome though, because I know this is like only your second hangout. I feel pretty fancy.
You are. I don't do many of these, but it's a lot of fun when you do it.
Thank you. And then, of course, you're on with Tom and Yvonne last week, and that worked out. With that one, they cranked that one up too. That was a lot of fun. That's when I was like, come on my show. So that's why he's here today. So next up, let's talk about big animals. Let's talk about Sandy Sally. Or Sandy Salle.
It's so nice to be here, but I can't have those animals we go to in Africa as my pets. But it's a lot of fun, and I can pretend they're my pets.
That's right. You know, you can do a flat version of them, right? And then just Me and the elephant.
I have some pictures of some of my pets. I don't know if they're showing up, but
oh, they are. Look at that baby.
And, my rhino, which we all need to. I don't know if it's showing up, but my rhino, and yeah.
Yes.
So lots of.
Tell us about Hills of Africa. I mean, that is just amazing. I know you have, and I posted some information about them, so check them out. But tell us about it.
Yeah, so we're a custom-designed travel company specializing in Africa. All we do is Africa. I'm from Africa, and I just love sending people to go and look at the animals. You know, swim in a swimming pool with an elephant drinking out of the same swimming pool. You know, it's just being out in the open plains. I think we all need to reconnect to nature and animals and life and, you know, your pets. And it's just a wonderful experience being out in the middle of nowhere and just seeing those elephants walking by.
I would lose my mind in a good way. I'm so fascinated with them. They're such amazing creatures and definitely misunderstood. And I said to the guests, I emailed all the guests and said, listen, I'm going to try not to get on a rant, but I might rant about any kind of, don't go to anything where they're using animals as entertainment, period. That's it. Walks off the stage.
Yeah,
do not support these roadside things, right? Sorry, Sandy, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I could go on a lot of rants because I'm very passionate about saving the elephants and saving the rhinos, which are, you know, we just lost one of the rhino has now gone extinct in the last month. So for me, I could go on a lot of rants, and you know, I probably will. Which is, but we'll keep that. We'll keep it. It's
a good space for it. These guys, everybody's used to it. They're used to the pets. So, and I love that because obviously there's an education component too, because people don't understand. There's ignorance is dangerous when you don't understand what you're supporting. If you're supporting industries that support the ivory trade or that support captivity or certain types of or poor breeding techniques, like some use.
And, you know, part of our mission is to educate people about where they're going, how they're going, who they're traveling with. You know, you can go to any park in the world that you want to, but you've got to be careful because it could be the wrong park. Yeah.
That's exactly. And so, I mean, I love the idea. We talked about this on our show last week of voting with your pocketbook. You can certainly vote with your entertainment and your vacation dollars by going to these places too. Hey, how long is what's Tom got? Hold on. Oh, yeah, exactly. Be the change. Amen to that, brother. That's why I had the show today. Hey, how long have you had your business, Sandy?
14 years now. Yeah, 14 years. I really wanted to go back and live in Africa. My dream thing is to own my own safari camp. So I really wanted to go back and live in Africa. I was working in New York, and my husband said, no, not a chance, not a chance. So, you know, what can I do every day to pretend I'm living in Africa? And that's dream on behalf of other people. So that's how it started, and I love every minute of it. So I'm very fortunate to be living everyone else's dream.
Yes, ma'am. I'm properly jealous, but I'm glad you're doing that. And listen, you just had some. Did you have a fundraiser? You had something special go on. I think it's in the last month or two that you put together an excursion.
Yeah, we do a Give Movement journey every year, and it is really to go back and. For me, it's to go back and thank the people who made me who I am, but we go and educate and try and help the local population where there's a very low. I think I'm getting some feedback here. Sorry about that.
No, you sound okay so far. Audience, type in if you want to let us know, but you sound good.
Okay. Yeah, we go back and we train and educate the women of Africa to sell more goods so that they can look after and support their families. So entrepreneur lifestyle, how to improve their lifestyles and sell more goods.
Which I think that's been an awesome trend that's been happening certainly a lot more in the last, I'd say, 5 years, where instead of just giving money, it's the be the change, where you are educating and then not just we have to be there to run it, but you're setting that up so they can actually change
we have to be very careful because we are there for 3 or 4 or 5 days, however long, but then we leave and come back to our normal lifestyle. So you can't go in there and tell them what to do. You've got to go in there and ask them what they think they need to do in order to improve their lifestyle. We leave at the end of the day.
Yes, that's such an excellent point. I think that's the biggest piece that people miss when they're doing any kind of conservation volunteering is we come in with our own agenda.
Yeah.
and forget that we need to be like, okay, how can we help you? So I absolutely love that. So go and check out Hills of Africa. That's on there too.
So Mia and Sandy, we need to have you on a hangout at BlogPaws, because I am absolutely confident we have a large group of people that will want to help and support and be on your team.
That's a great idea. Oh, yeah, because then what we can do, Sandy, absolutely, because I know you're in North Carolina, is that right?
Yes, I am.
So we can have, I mean, don't you think this is absolutely why Robert does what he does. Denise, you have your adventures and visibility. All of us, BlogPaws, we're all doing this to connect one another. To say, look, you may not know about this. This may not come up in your Google search, right?
It's to make the world a better place, Mia, and this is how we do it.
Yeah, I just put a link in the comment stream to the video that it was. We thought we wanted to do something about Be the Change for Pets, and Caroline, our co-founder, and 3 other women put together a session about that and created this video to go with it. This goes all the way back to our very first conference, and it really launched a movement about Be the Change for Pets. So not now,
right,
but
because there's always Be the Change for people, but what's great is you can loop that in as like, if you're Be the Change for people, then you're going to empower them to be the change for animals. So all of this works together.
And really a presentation that was done last year on a concept called Zuyeya, and I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's all about the physical and emotional health benefits to humans from having relationships with pets. And that video is in our stream as well. So yeah, there's a ton to be gained for all species involved if we join that movement.
Absolutely. And then Bill Reed is posting the best pictures ever. He's posting some of my favorites. Elena is here as well. She says that, because you guys know I'm doing this whole Mia on the go, so she just came up with the African safari with Mia K.
I love it.
That's all.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that.
That'll be why Denise is in. That'll put the spin on what's on the bottom.
I think we have someone on camera here who can help you arrange that.
I think funny enough, right? I love that. And actually, my girl Esther Grandel is here. She is the one who said vote with your pocketbook. She was on my show last week. I love my girl. I'm going to be on with her with Sheffy after this. So listen, I got one more guest, and I just wanted to make it like guest after guest. But of course, you met Cameron already. But talk about education and getting people to understand. So this is such you, and you have a tiara.
I got it.
Let's stop. Let's stop and appreciate this for a moment, shall we? This is the most misunderstood creature in the world. You guys, I posted on my Facebook profile the picture from my birthday because Cameron brought some snakes over for my birthday. Who doesn't get that for their birthday? And I was really shocked at the whiny, bitchy comments from people of their fear of snakes. I'm not shocked, but they really are misunderstood. And again, please throw in some names for this bad boy. He needs a name. So talk to us about snakes and what you're doing, because you're serious about this. This is Cameron.
Snakes are, like you said, Mia, completely misunderstood. People have a fear of them that is it's unfounded in fake false myths. Snakes don't eat people. Save a few giant snakes in parts of the world where we're not going to go. We're very, very people who do live there already know how to deal with them. But from
look at him, he's chilling.
That's one thing that people don't understand.
Himself, I think.
If you hold snakes, though, they're soothing.
They are very soothing.
There is a therapy where you lay down and they put snakes on your back. And that is the therapy. And all the therapist does is make sure the snakes, they keep putting them back on you when they crawl off.
Yeah.
But
I can see that. We got kind of goofy with them.
Yeah.
We were drinking.
they're just so misunderstood. And the snakes are afraid of humans. They're not. They're just so fascinating to me. Now I have a lifelong passion with snakes, and so I'm very biased here. But they have a
look how beautiful he is, you guys.
And this is a amelanistic corn snake, which is one of the ones that's very popular in the pet trade, and that's why I brought it today. Because if you want a pet, this is one of the ones that are very readily available, and they grow to 3-5 feet long, depending on how much you feed it, and they can live to 20 years. So
let's talk about the feeding. Hold up. Because I had.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part because I had a. I love the the lizards. What are the big
bearded
bearded dragons? I absolutely love those things. Anybody out there, if you have a bearded dragon, please post a picture because I miss mine. And those were crickets, and that wasn't too crazy. But yeah, you got to have a little bit of a dedication going on with the feeding, right? Because it's mice.
Mice. It depends on the species of snake, but for most of the ones in the pet trade are mice or mice, rats, rabbits if they get bigger, eaters, and that can be hard for people. It can be really hard for people.
I'd have a
but that's why you go with a smaller snake that eats mice. But snakes are critical components of our ecosystems. People don't like them.
Great point.
They're persecuted and killed for no reason at all. And so our mission at the Center for Snake Conservation is to change human perceptions, which really isn't that easy about snakes.
No, it's not.
And the way that I like to do it, and the way that works extremely well, is bring live snakes to people.
He's not going to poop on me, is
he?
No. Okay. Just checking. I saw that.
You never know with a snake. They're not really house trained.
I would be snake crap crazy.
And how would you know if it did?
Oh, you know. I once had a 7-foot carpet python that I was just hanging out with some friends with, and that was the size of my Great Dane. So, but having a live snake, I can talk about snakes and do Facebook posts, and the snake lovers come to those. But it's the people that aren't familiar with snakes, don't understand them, and it surely is it's a misunderstanding that humans have. And it's in our history. I mean, it's not something that can be fixed easy. I mean, it's in our biblical references.
Yes.
It's everywhere that snakes are evil, and they're critical to our healthy ecosystems.
Genesis.
Yeah, from the beginning, or in the beginning. But they're this is a typical snake that. Behavior is they're calm. They're
super chill, you guys.
They will sit on you. There's a few snakes that are quick and move around, but there aren't snakes that chase people. There aren't snakes that like to bite people or attack people. The word attack or aggression that people use with snakes, the media uses with snakes all the time, just aren't true. That implies malice. That they want to hurt you, and that's not the case.
And it's probably out of defense more than anything. Hey, I want to let you know that so far, the snake name, I see a couple, and if you guys have any other, Slidey seems to be, and Candy came up with that one. Slidey, I see Bacon and Polka Dot is one name. Balthazar was a good one. Let's see.
I did bring one more snake as we're speaking of names, and this one was named, has been named. This is a Florida king snake.
Oh, now he's a little busy.
No, she is. She'll slow down.
Coffee.
Her name's Mia.
Shut the front door. Shut it.
That's a new snake to the center. One of our new educational ambassadors, and she was named Mia. And she can be a little spazzy.
Shocker.
But she also can be a great education ambassador here. So.
Well, girlfriend, look at her little shiny. I'm kind of digging her.
Well,
she is stunningly gorgeous.
Cameron, do you find that children are like adults and there are certain ones that are just totally afraid of snakes, or are they pretty more open to accepting a snake as a pet?
Children don't have a fear of snake. I walk into a classroom and there's the ones that scream and yell and they're in the back of the classroom. 5 minutes, they're on top of you. And that response to scream and yell is from their parents. And that's where they get it, or their grandparents. You ask them, well, why are you afraid of snakes? Well, my grandmother says they're mean, or my grandfather kills them when they come in my yard. So just things like that. And so
look at Mia is feisty like me. Oh, she took a poop on me. Look at see snake poop.
I want to just share that.
Mia is
share that.
Sorry, Mia is a snake eater, so that's why I'm not going to put her with the other snakes.
We need to clarify that it was not this Mia that pooped. By the way, you can go grab some toilet paper. Now we're going to get some toilet paper for the snake.
That's why they come with paper. They come with their own paper towels.
I just want to say that I had an opportunity to go to a snake sanctuary in Peru. That was just kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, and it totally changed how I felt about snakes too. It was when they asked me if I wanted to put a boa around my neck, I was like,
what?
That was
really?
Kind of scary. But then I thought, well, they wouldn't offer that if something bad was going to happen to me. That would not be in their best interest to do that, right?
Right. It's more the education. Are you done now, girlfriend?
She's done.
Apparently, girlfriend is all done with her morning ablutions.
On my fingers.
Yeah, on your fingers. And Denise, that's amazing. And if you if you want to post the name of that too, that would be fabulous. Oh, look at her. I think she's stealing the show from everybody, by the way. How can you steal the show from a rhino? Apparently with a live snake. Right.
Well, that's the thing. Snakes have it's a dichotomy. You love them or you hate them. And then once the fascination comes in, and our motto kind of is fear to fascination and conservation through education, and that fear changes the fascination like a light switch. I mean, it's like it's a light switch, and it's because they move differently than us. Their tongue is always flicking out. They're just so different from anything that we're exposed to that I understand there's a fear. Yeah. But then once you see them, the fear just goes away.
I think the conservation part and the part of how it works with the environment is huge. And Sandy, that's your world too as well. I mean, when you start just decimating these populations, it changes everything.
Well, I shared earlier about about one of our snakes that we have in Africa, and it is one of the most beautiful snakes I've ever seen, the gaboon viper. And we lived in a part of Africa where they are quite, they are so beautiful, but people are scared of them, and so they attack them, and it's just so sad. But one of the guys that lived next door to us, he was a conservationist, and he would go out into the wild and collect these gaboon vipers and breed with them in order to try and save it. And thank goodness it is safe. But yeah, people have the wrong idea. I mean, I am scared of snakes, but it's not the snake that is attacking. It's us as human beings. That's why they attack.
And I'd say sharks and snakes get the worst rap in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, one of the things with Africa when they ask me about going to Africa is, am I going to see any snakes? I have never seen a snake on safari ever. And I've been on a lot of safaris, so they're beautiful, beautiful creatures, absolutely stunning.
They really are, and I have to just say I'm a pretty powerful manifester sometimes. So what I shouldn't have said was, is she gonna poop on me? Because Bill Reed just said Mia #Mia poops on Mia.
Bill, that's perfect.
That's even better. Kim Armstrong says, "Oh dear, I guess Mia the snake wanted to show me what's on the bottom." So, but yeah, so let's talk about what other animals you guys are feeling. So snakes, well, what's the hardest thing, if each of you could pop in, that is a message for you to get across? I mean, I'm sure, like breeding for dogs, we get crazy about that, adopt, not shop, pit bulls, things like that. Robert and Tom and Yvonne, can you pipe in on that too? What's the hardest part of the education you feel like for the work that you do?
Wow, it's funny. I guess in part the self-selection, as far as loving animals and conservation and so on, it's not a tough sell to our crowd. We're all trying to reach out beyond our main audience. So yeah, I feel like maybe that's a focus we really need to reestablish is getting beyond the echo chamber.
Well, I also think, Mia, that a big core focus at BlogPaws is puppy mills.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just the scourge of the United States, certainly. I'm sure it happens elsewhere. We do. By the way, we get connections from people in countries all over the world, and they want our help because there are so many people who want to save animals in Sri Lanka, people who want to save animals in Korea, and they write to us and say, can you help us, please? And we want to get the word out, and we want to support them because what's happening is human beings, as Sandy said, are the ones causing all these problems. And we feel that, A, we have to promote the fact that these animals are thinking, feeling beings. They're just as valuable. They have flesh and blood. They feel the pain. They suffer. And the laws that we pass have to say these deserve to be protected, these creatures. And secondly, we have to educate our children. if the upcoming generation can understand and learn, then maybe we can make a dent. And it's for not just puppy mills and pit bulls and things. I mean, if anyone on this panel is old enough to remember, it used to be Doberman Pinschers and German Shepherds.
That's right. Every generation has had its scourge breed.
Exactly, and it's because, as we say, don't blame the breed, blame the deed, and it's at the other end of the leash. So,
it kind of is, you know. And I'm going to jump in on that, and then Robert and Denise too, and Sandy, if you have anything on that. I think the biggest thing, and I preach this a lot, it really is more that think globally, act locally of the education of look over your fence. Look in your backyard. Do you see an animal that's tied up you know, this is like, think about that dog they left in the train station in Europe, you know what I mean? They left him in the train station with a suitcase, and finally everybody's like, what's that dog sitting there, you know, by himself? So I think it really is question. Question has that, you know, can you look over and see if the dog has water? Does he have, you know, we can each be an animal advocate and kick some ass.
Yeah, there's a video that I saw on Facebook, and there's more than one, but the video I saw was of a little boy in Portugal, so it had some
cry.
Huh?
It's gonna make me cry, isn't it?
Well, he was at the table, and his mother was feeding him dinner, and he said, the octopus died, Mommy? And she's like, well, yeah, the octopus had to die so we could eat it. Well, why, Mommy? Why do we do that? And the conversation just was around the fact that people eat pigs. No, we don't need to eat pigs and chickens and octopuses. I'll eat the rice and I'll eat the potatoes, but I'm not going to eat them.
Buddy, I did see that.
Yeah, I mean, he just embodies. It doesn't mean I'm out here saying everyone should be vegan.
No, but I'm for responsible, non-commercial farming. That's what I'm for.
Right.
Let's get on that.
We need to get on that. We need to get on not using animals in research that you don't need to do that. But makeup, I'll stop wearing makeup if I have to, because I don't want rabbits tested for whatever it is that they put in makeup. So it is. It's education. It's being responsible. It is absolutely a local focus first.
I think.
I love piping on that, everybody.
Yeah, you know, one of the big things for us is it's just too easy to become a pet parent. All these people, especially where we live in Orange County, California, I can drive up to LA and I can have any kind of pet I want at any cost. If I go to certain states in the U.S., I can buy a tiger cheaper than I can buy a dog. So it really is. It's too easy. There's no criteria. There's no education follow-up. It's one of the things I love about some of the organizations that we work with is they don't just adopt out animals, but they then stay in touch with the people that they've adopted those animals out to.
Yes.
And now you're building that process of how do we keep them in the homes? Because I see so many wonderful rescues do so many wonderful things, but it all stops the moment the adoption occurs. And there needs to be more support, more information. I think that's what all of us on the panel are about, is getting that information out, because when we were looking for it, we couldn't find it either.
That's why you started doing what you do.
Well, it's interesting, Robert, because our dogs, our hound dogs, are research dogs. So they were part of research studies. They were put, when the research was done, they were taken to someplace called Kindness Ranch. Kindness Ranch acclimates them to becoming pets as opposed to having lived in a kennel their entire life. And one thing Kindness Ranch does is vet the people that adopt. They take them to the shelter. The shelter says to you, if you're adopting, that someone from Kindness Ranch is going to come out to your house. And they do. They come out to make sure that you are what you said you were, you have a fence, that you're going to properly take care of these animals. And then they ask to stay in touch for at least 6 months.
Sure.
So it is, there are places that do that, and we recommend it. We think it's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the key. It's the key, because nobody goes into this going, I want an animal for 6 months, 3 months.
Sure.
So having that support system, like everything else we do in life. You know, I can go get a trainer at the gym. I know you're all going, you don't go to the gym much, but I could. I promise I could. So it's the same thing. That's a common thing to do for yourself, but yet folks don't think about that as maybe easily and commonplace as they should with pets. Nutritionists, we see it a lot in the human world. We see almost none of it in the pet world. And unfortunately for nutrition, that's the foundation of everything you're going to get out of your pet. And it's given the least amount of really focus by folks. So there's a lot of work we still got to do, but we'll get there.
And you said you guys go check out. I don't know if you posted. I know that's on your personal page, and you're so popular, Robert. I don't know if everybody can see it because everybody loves them some Robert. But you had that great article about, or you did a post about brushing your dog's teeth, and just the education about that, about a lot of these things, because their lifespan is so short, except for Pele, who apparently is 18 and is going to outlive us all, which I love. I know he still hasn't said anything. Poor Pele. I bet the minute this Google Hangout ends, he's going to be like, ah, just start screaming.
Yeah, he's sleeping right now. But, you know, my business isn't pets per se. I am a pet mom, and I love pets, and everybody I know has pets.
Yes.
And, but there's lots of things in this conversation that have definitely resonated with me. Sandy, what you're doing with your trips to Africa, both for the entrepreneurial perspective, that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. I tend to work more with the entrepreneurs than with the pets, but you know, last night I saw on the news that somebody had thrown kittens out of a car. Ooh. And that is just like the most disgusting, you know, upsetting thing to me, and the story was about somebody who saw this happen and chased the woman to get the license plate so that they can find her and arrest her. And you know, on the news they wouldn't even show the cats because but you know, one of my cats
would be filed under hashtag Mia slaps a bitch. That's what it would be.
Yeah. Well, and that's what this guy who chased her, it was just like, this is a being, you know, how could you do this? Well, how would you feel if I pushed you out of a moving car? You know, that's what he wanted to say to this woman. And it really hit hard for me because one of my cats who just recently passed, Bo, who was 14 when he passed, he was thrown out of a car, and I found him, and he was injured, and I saved him, and he was like 6 weeks old when I rescued him. And it's just, you know, people who have too many pets, or they don't care, or they don't take them seriously, or they just have them and don't, you know, it's like, why do they even bother having them? That's just what kills me on this, is that why do you have them if this is how you're going to treat them? Anyway, I'm sorry, but that was just something that really upset me last night.
I'm with you. And you know what? I think that's what we can empower everybody to do, though, is to be aware. I mean, it really does take a village. So even if you're not in, like you, Denise, it's not what you do for a living, but that's part of your makeup. That's what you love. Animals are so important to us. And so I think the education component, I think one of the biggest things, you know, in addition to educating people about, like if you're going to own them, own responsibly, is the neglect issue. Because that's very, very tough. They can be, you know, like Sandy, I'm sure you've heard a ton of stories where these, you know, drug dealers buy these animals and then just stick them in a pen, and you know, there's no interaction. They don't, you know, they're just stuck there for someone's entertainment. And I think that's an element that a lot of people don't remember, of neglect, of not providing them entertainment, not taking care of them, not interacting with them, walking them. Which, by the way, can I tell you what's going on down here? That's Maggie. She's a little bored, but I can tell you, my chunky old 14-year-old beagle, as soon as we're done with this, girlfriend is going to want the hug. Yeah, I think it's all about like just encouraging, you know, to think globally, that we're all advocates. You on that?
Definitely.
Preach.
It's funny. Yvonne and I kind of watch HGTV and house hunt as a recreational activity, and over the years, this concept of when we were actually looking for a house, we would walk in and say, "Oh no, the deck stairs are too steep for Chester. We can't look at this house." Having the house designed to accommodate our pets and their needs is really close to our hearts.
Yeah, I love that level. I love that level of dedication. It really is. It's like, because they're part of it. Hey, I want Elena to tell me what this is that she just posted, because that is awesome. What do you think that is?
It's a coati.
What is it?
Coati.
A coati. See, look, I got the in-house expert. That is amazing. Listen, I think
so. I say that.
Oh, she said, but she's in a cage. We'll have to find out what that is. Listen, if somebody could go through and post again, I think Slidey is hilarious for a snake name. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Slidey.
Yeah,
Slidey.
Slidey. What's up, Slidey?
I kind of like bacon.
Bacon is good. Everybody loves bacon.
No, not everybody, Mia. I get so annoyed. It's like, please don't put bacon on that.
I know. I think in their hearts they want to. Everybody, but we have to go with humanely raised. That's my only thing. I'm with you on that one. All right, guys. Listen, it is 50 past the hour. I'm going to go. That one really fast.
Yep.
That one back.
Always do.
Snake crap crazy fast. I'm going to go back through the panel. Actually, you know what? Do we want to do what's on the bottom?
I'm going to go back to what's in the middle.
What's in the middle? Yeah, you know what? Let's do what's in the middle. Okay, everybody. What's in the middle? That's what's in the middle. Boobs. There you go. Team Snake. Yay! I did not see you stand up. Hold on, I can't see her. I want to see. Did everybody get their what's in the middle? That was pretty good, Team Snake. Tom, nice call on that one, by the way. All right, guys, let me go back through the panel. I'm going to have each of you give your Batcraft Crazy, which, as you guys all know, is the person, place, thing, situation, movie, viral cat video, whatever it is, Snake. You can shout it out. It's a chance for my my panelists and my guests to talk about something they love. So I'm going to start with Denise. I want your Batcraft Crazy, and then also your call to action would be great, darling. Whatever it is you want it to be. What's your Batcraft Crazy?
Oh, wow. Okay, my Batcraft Crazy is that I get to hang with my gal pal Mia in Nashville at BlogPaws next month. So I am really, really very excited about that.
We're so good.
I
was 3 times last year in this, and then we're probably going to hang out more than once this year for realsies.
I am for realsies excited about that. So, and my call to action is to follow BlogPaws and start paying attention to what we can do to raise awareness about how to treat our animal friends.
Yay, thank you so much. BlogPaws has so much great information, so what Denise said, which I love. All right, next, let's talk to Sandy. Sandy, what are you Batcraft Crazy about? What's one of your favorite things, and what do you want us to do? Where should we go to follow you?
Oh, so I am Batcraft Crazy about the elephants and rhinos and every animal in the world, really. I grew up on a farm with millions of horses and you name it. So one of my favorite things is to save the rhinos, which are hugely endangered. So if you go to Great Plains Conservation and support rhinos that are being evacuated from South Africa to Botswana to try and save them for our children and our future generations, that would be so amazing and make me feel really good.
Yay, and then we need to go check out Hills of Africa as well. And you know what, Sandy, that's a great point. I think the issue with rhinos is also based on a lack of education because of the things that are going around about what people can make with their horns and so forth. So they're greatly misunderstood by just lack of education and just stupid noises.
One of the things that they are all about is taking the horns so that they can get, sexual arousal. And it really, all it is a fingernail. It's just a fingernail. So please go support our rhinos, save them for the children.
Yes, yeah, that's got to be one of the worst reasons why you like, really? Okay, get over that already. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for coming on. I'm so excited. And yeah, guys, stay tuned for possibly Mia on the go with Sandy, and we're on a safari. That would be amazing. So,
we'll have lots of fun.
Oh my gosh, that is a given. If I get 3 weeks in Italy, now I'm coming over to see you. I'm loving it. All right, Mr. Robert, honey, tell us what you're Batcraft Crazy about, and what do you want us to do?
I am Batcraft Crazy about education for pet parents. We've got to raise the level in so many different areas. So, number one, BlogPaws, great source. Attend the conference if you can. Great people there, but just go out and get some education. Watch one PetX talk on our channel. You can find out more information on petworldinsider.com, but also give your pets a big hug and love. Their hair too short.
Yes, absolutely. We talked about that. I had a nice chat with you yesterday, and we do. And that, Bob Voss, I miss him every day, and that means Maggie, my beagle, gets even more love. And a quick shout out to Candy, who did come up with Slidey, which I think is pretty darn exciting. So I love that. All right, I'm going to tag team Tom and Yvonne and see we give us some calls to action and some back crap crazies for both of you. Or you can have your own. Well, I don't want to lump you together.
All right, Tom.
You each have your own.
And then I'll do it.
All right, you want me to go first? Well, people have already mentioned the conference, and I've already said that's what's making me bat crap crazy. But the other big project that I'm working on within BlogPaws is what we're calling a social learning center to kind of take the education all year round. If people are interested in that, it focuses more on publishing skills and blogging skills and social media skills. But certainly the crowd is definitely pet friendly, and there will be a lot of talk in that area as well. If you're interested, I can put the link in the comment stream. Right now it's kind of in a soft launch. Everything that's up there so far is available for free. It will become a paid site when we officially launch. But if you're interested, you can subscribe to the newsletter that focuses on that, and I'll let you know when we're ready to go.
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, Yvonne, and then we'll go to Cameron. We're having a little bit of a cleanup on aisle 5 going over here. Just we're still having a Mia fallout.
Yeah. Mia, I really want to thank you for this, and I'll tell you, I'm bat crap crazy about the human-animal bond, and I think that's where we need to focus a lot of our attention and our education. There's a group out there called the Human-Animal Bond Research Initiative, and they spoke at BlogPaws last year. They talked about the value that these animals bring to our lives and how they affect our health, and how one of the things they would like to see happen is every time you go to the doctor, they would like the doctor to ask you, do you have pets?
Aww.
Tell me about your pets.
Yeah.
Because this is going to affect how you act and grow and age, and everything about your life is influenced by your relationship with your pets. So, my bat crap crazy about that. I write about it on my blog. My blog is called scratchingsandsniffings.com, and I love to have people visit there and share comments on some of the things that I write about relevant to the human-animal bond.
Yes.
And I would also like to put out a call to action to, yes, come to the conference. If you can't come to the conference, please participate in BlogPaws and the pet community by joining the BlogPaws community and becoming a voice for pets everywhere. Pets are animals. Any animal can be a pet. Yeah. We need more recognition of the things Sandy's doing, and people know it's out there, but they don't see it. So let's get that in front of more people. Yeah. Let's talk about the ways that we can teach children to value animals, so nobody's going to grow up and throw cats out the window. Exactly. From a moving car. So that's my call to action, is get involved.
And I'm loving it, and I'll tell you what the great benefit, if the doctors are asking if you have pets, and it gets people more encouraged to adopt them, less animals in the shelter, party people, which I love. So thank you so much for that. All right, last but not least.
All right. I am just, where's the hand? There we go. I'm bat crap crazy about snakes, and I just always have been my whole life, so there's nothing else. But
you have like a regular day job, and then your other job is the snakes. The snake conservation.
My call to action is everybody needs to become a snake hero. Snakes are killed every day by humans for no reason whatsoever. Yeah. Just driving on the road. I'll be driving a dirt road. You'll see the car tracks go, and there'll be a dead snake. And it doesn't take much. It just takes some compassion and a little bit of education that these are part of our ecosystems, and they're very critical. Without them, diseases such as Lyme disease, hantavirus, and here out in Colorado, the plague would be more rampant than they already are. They control the rodent populations.
I love that.
They control the rodent populations, which spread those diseases to humans.
Yeah, that's Mia. That is so important. The whole ecosystem. I mean, BlogPaws is going green this year, so we're all about saving the environment. Let's get more information out there about that.
Yeah,
I'd like to see
excellent.
some BlogPaws, Instagram campaigns or something, with public service announcements around all of this stuff, that is really shareable content that, people can push out to their audiences.
Yes.
Amen, you guys. That's a great note to end on. Please, we're going to still have, if you're going to share the pictures, why don't you Instagram too? Some of the, if you go back and do some screenshots and Instagram them too. Mine is @themiaconnect, and then just do hashtag Get Your Learn On, and also hashtag BlogPaws 2015 would be awesome. Guys, we are out of here. That was it. Right at the top of the hour.
Hashtag thank a snake today.
Yeah, hashtag hug a snake today.
Hug a snake.
Right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for showing up, Cameron. Bye, everyone. Thanks, guests. Bye.
Bye-bye.